Mooney Show. Starring Lucille Ball. Co-starring Gail Gordon.
Mr. Mooney, we all know that to err is human and to forgive divine. And since I'm only human and you're so divine... Oh, he's not divine. Oh. Mr. Mooney's office. Oh, hi, Mary Jane. Yes, that was me you saw coming home in a bathrobe at 5 o'clock this morning. Me, where had I been? I've been running up and down the street looking for Mr. Mooney's dog. Yes, he left Nelson with me when he went out of town. When I let Nelson out after dinner last night, he ran away. I put an ad in the paper last night. Oh, I just better find that dog before Mr. Mooney gets back. No, he won't fire me. He'll kill me. It's blast-off time.
Oh, good morning, Mrs. Carmichael.
Hi, Mr. Mooney. How was your trip?
Oh, I enjoyed myself immensely. You know, no matter how many years you work in a bank, there's always something exciting about a foreclosure. Yes, especially when you've gotten back most of your original investment.
Well, I'm so glad to see that you're in such a divine mood.
Oh, never felt better, never better.
That's good, good.
Oh, Mrs. Carmichael.
Yes?
I see you've done it again.
What, sir?
Would you explain this, please?
Oh, this is an application for a loan.
I know it's a loan application. What puzzles me is, why is it whenever I go away and someone comes in here for a loan, you always wind up as a character reference?
Oh, well, I just like to help people, I guess, and Mr. Morton of the Morton Record Company seemed like such a nice man, and he said all he needs is just one hit record, and then he'll be right back up on top again.
Well, I admire your idea of conducting your own war on poverty. But not with the bank's ammunition.
Yes, Mr. Cheever would like you to see these contracts.
Mrs. Carmichael, before I dig into all this work that's piled up here, I'd like to go to your apartment, pick up my dog, and take him home.
Oh, Mr. Mooney, I don't think we ought to go get him now.
Why not?
Well, when I left the house this morning, he was still asleep.
Oh, I hope he's not ill.
No. I let him stay up and watch the Late Late Show.
You shouldn't have done that.
Well, it was Lassie. Oh, he loves Lassie. I just couldn't help giving in to him. You know what happens when he looks at you with those big brown eyes.
Oh, I do. Oh, I've missed him so. You've no idea how anxious I am to see him again.
Me too. I've grown very fond of Nelson, and I look forward to seeing him.
Oh, that's nice. Oh, by the way.
What?
I hope you haven't mentioned a single word about my getting back today.
To whom?
To Nelson. When I walk into your apartment, I want it to be a complete surprise.
Oh, well, it'll be a surprise, all right. But before we go to pick up Nelson, don't you think that you ought to let Mr. Cheever know that you're back? There's been an awful lot of business while you've been gone,
that's a good
big
idea.
deals are coming up.
You know, Mrs. Carmichael, you're developing into a very dependable secretary.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, and I want you to accept this little $20 gift for taking such good care of my dog.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Mooney, but I wouldn't feel right accepting that.
Now, Nelson and I want you to have it. Yes. Now, I'll tell Mr. Cheever that I'm back. Never mind. I'll get it. Hello. You're calling in reference to what? Oh, well, I'll let you talk to Mrs. Carmichael. She's right here. Somebody calling about a lost dog.
Hello? Oh, yes. Yes, a black and white sheepdog. Yes, that's him. Oh, I'm so glad you found him.
A lost dog!
It's all right. He's been found.
What?
No, don't get excited. Where did you say the dog is? Shady Acres Farm, Canoga Park. Thank you. I'll get out there right away.
You bet you'll get out there right away. Mrs. Carmichael, if anything has happened to that
No,
dog...
nothing has. Nothing has.
And Mrs. Carmichael!
I know.
Maybe we'll rag and funny, but we'll travel along, singing a song side by side. Oh, we'll maybe it's trouble and sorrow, but we'll travel the road, sharing our load side by side. Head through all kinds of weather. Now, what if a sky should fall? As long as we're together, it doesn't matter at all when they've all had the woes and the heart. We'll be the same as we started, traveling along, singing a song, side by Yes, ma'am.
Well, I'm Lucy Carmichael. I put the
hi.
ad in the paper about the dog.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Nelson. Hey, Nelson. Hey, Nelson.
Oh.
Is this your dog, ma'am?
Oh, it sure is. Oh, and am I glad to see him. Oh, how'd you know his name was Nelson?
Well, I saw the owner's name on his collar there, and it said Theodore J. Mooney. So then I began to figure, what would a gentleman with a name like Theodore J. Mooney name his dog? And when he didn't answer to Hubert or Calvin, I tried Nelson.
That is amazing. You have what they call extrasensory perception.
Well, folks around here just call it plain horse sense.
I didn't think horses were that smart.
Well, I bet you never heard of two horses running into each other on the freeway.
No, I haven't.
I think this world would be better off with less horsepower and more horse sense.
Here, now. Tell me, where did you find Nelson?
Oh, in town. I was coming out of the hardware store, and he was just sitting there, and we got talking about the weather.
What?
Well, actually, ma'am, I did most of the talking. I happened to mention how hot it was, and he looked awful thirsty, so I gave him some water, and he must have followed me home.
Well, he certainly seems to like you.
Well, animals and me kind of take to each other.
Yeah, I can see that. I hope I don't have any trouble getting him out of here.
Well, if you do have any trouble, ma'am, I tell you what you do. Just sing to him, because he loves singing.
That's funny. I was singing the night he ran away. Well, I better get him back to Mr. Mooney.
Ma'am, if you could, just wait a minute, because Nelson hasn't finished his lunch yet.
Oh, okay, but then I'll have to get going.
Okay, come on, Nelson. Here we go. Yeah, here comes your lunch. Go ahead and finish it now. Just enjoy it there.
I hope you forgive Nelson if he just eats and runs.
Oh, yes. How about you, ma'am? Would you care, sir, for some homemade oatmeal cookies and fresh milk?
Oh, I'd love that.
Okay.
Oh, these are wonderful.
Here you go, ma'am.
Oh, thank you. Oh, I haven't had fresh milk like this since I was a little girl on my grandmother's farm.
Ma'am, the cookies will taste better if you just dunk them right in the milk.
Oh, yes, I remember. Oh, delicious. Delicious.
I don't know why people frown on dunking, because the cookies and milk are going to get together anyway. Thank you, girls. The cows like a little joke once in a while, too.
You mean to tell me that they understand what you're saying?
Well, they seem to know when I'm... ma'am?
Oh, sure. I think I'm sitting on your milking stool.
Oh, no, ma'am. That's all right, because we have automatic milkers here.
Oh.
Are you ready, Bessie? Give her all you got. That milking machine has a pretty good beat, huh, ma'am?
Sure has. Oh, what's the guitar for?
Well, music makes cows give more milk.
It does?
Seems to. Ma'am, I could use that milking stool right now.
Oh, what for?
Well, I always prop my foot up on the milking stool when I play my guitar.
Oh. What are you going to sing? Down by the old milk stream?
That was a good one, huh, Bessie? Yeah. Now, I'm going to sing one of Bessie's favorite songs.
Okay.
Okay. My daddy gave a calf to me for a Christmas present once. I picked a little heifer out because both of us were runts. She never had no sense, but she grew up all right somehow. And when it comes to giving milk, she's an educated cow. Bessie the heifer, the queen of all the cows, gives more milk than any law allows. In the morning she gets pasteurized, at night she gives homogenized. Bessie the heifer, the queen of all the cows. I took her to a county fair to try to win a prize. She knew just what was going on, I saw it in her eyes. The contest made her nervous, she tried so hard to plead. And when I tried to milk her, all I got was Scottish cheese. Bessie the heifer, the queen of all the cows, she gives more milk than any law allows. In the morning she gets pasteurized, at night she gives homogenized. Bessie the heifer, the queen of all the cows. I planted me a tater patch to try to earn some dough, to take a short vacation with some city folks I know. No one would milk that cow, no matter how hard I nagged. So Pa took my vacation, leaving me to hold the bag. With Bessie the heifer, the queen of all the cows, gives more milk than any law allows. In the morning she gets pasteurized, at night she gives homogenized. Bessie the heifer, the queen of all the cows.
Oh, that is the cutest song I ever heard. And you know you have a very wonderful voice.
Well, thank you, ma'am.
Gee, I have got to tell Mr. Morton about your platter potential.
Tell who about my what?
Mr. Morton, he's the president of the Morton Record Company, and he's looking for a new recording star, somebody just like you.
Oh, no, ma'am, I couldn't do anything.
Now, you've got a wonderful voice, and you shouldn't let it go to waste. I'm going to ask him to come over here right now. Could I use the phone someplace?
Well, yes, ma'am, there's one right on the other side of that post.
Right down
Right there, right here, ma'am.
Right here.
Yes, ma'am.
Maybe I ought to send a message. Pardon me, please.
The world still is the same. You'll never change it. As long as the stars shine up above, you're nobody until somebody loves you. Find yourself somebody. Hey, look about and find somebody. Find yourself somebody to love.
How about that, Mr. Morton?
He's sensational. He's even better than that. He's good.
I told you. How do you like him, Mr. Mooney?
Well, I thought the boy was quite good, and I appreciate his finding my dog. But why did you have to drag me all the way out here to this Noah's Ark?
I wanted to get you together with Mr. Morton. Since his record company needs a loan, I thought if you heard the boy sing, you'd know it was a good risk.
Banks don't take risks, they take collateral. You cannot assume that a pair of teenage tonsils is collateral.
Yeah, well, look, Mr. Mooney.
Never mind, Mrs. Carmichael. With this kid's talent, they'll all want to swing with some loot for a piece of the action.
They will?
Well, his first record will make over $500,000.
$500,000?
He's got the greatest new gimmick in years.
What's that?
He can sing. Son, have you ever sung in front of an audience?
Well, only once.
When was that?
Just now.
Beautiful. A complete unknown. Just what the public loves. This kid's a gold mine.
Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Morton.
Yes, Mr. Morton.
Although the bank is somewhat reluctant to make a loan to a business as capricious as a record company, I see no reason why I couldn't personally invest in your gold mine, your protege.
Mr. Mooney, I feel awkward accepting a loan from someone who doesn't understand the music business.
Oh, well, now, just because I'm a banker doesn't mean I'm so square I couldn't swing with a little loot for a piece of the action.
Mr. Mooney, to finance a recording would cost about 10 big ones.
10 big ones?
10,000.
Ooh, yeah. Well, 10 big ones coming up. Here now.
Wayne, did you hear that? Isn't that wonderful? Mr. Mooney's buying a piece of you.
Well, I just hope he gets a piece that sings.
Hello, Wayne.
Oh, hi, Miss Carmichael.
My, you look nice.
Thank you.
How do you feel?
I'm about as nervous as a long-tailed cat in a room full of rocking chairs.
Now, you just relax. Just pretend you're singing to your cows back home in your barn.
Okay, I'll try.
Okay.
Hiya, son. Are you ready?
I reckon I'm about as ready as I'll ever be.
All right. Here's the mic. Now you just sing out.
Okay.
Now, Wayne, before we start, we're going to give you a little arpeggio.
Oh, you better not do that, Mr. Morton.
Why not?
'Cause I'm still a minor.
Wayne, an arpeggio is a musical introduction.
Oh.
Then you come in on the downbeat.
On the downbeat?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, let's try it. Hit it, fellas. Hold it. Why didn't you come in on the downbeat?
Oh, is that what that was?
Morton.
Yes?
Mr. Morton, instead of giving him a downbeat, couldn't you just make a noise like a milking machine?
A milking machine?
Yeah, you see, back in the barn, when he sings to the cows, he turns on a milking machine, and it has a real good beat.
Mr. Carmichael, sit down. Mr.
No, but
Carmichael.
it would help if
Just
you
sit
had
down.
that.
Just sit down. Just sit down.
Relax, take it easy. All right. Hit it, fellas. Try it again.
May be king, may possess the world and its gold. That gold won't bring you happiness when you're growing old. The world's still the same. You'll never change it. As long as the
Cut it. Wayne, would you mind explaining what this is?
Oh, well, I always put my foot up on the milking stool when I play the guitar.
I don't mind a singer having mannerisms, but you're playing charades.
Mr. Morton, what difference does it make what he does with his hands and his feet? He's making a record. Nobody will see him.
There'll be disc jockeys here tonight. You want them to think he's some kind of a nut?
Oh, well, just tell them to close their eyes and listen.
Oh, it's no use, ma'am. I ain't gonna be able to sing tonight.
What do you mean you can't
Wayne.
sing tonight?
Well, I'm sorry, Mr. Morton, but everything is so strange to me here. I feel about as much at home as a porcupine in a balloon factory.
A porcupine in a balloon factory. That's funny. That is funny.
That is about as funny as a hole in a parachute. Now, look, Mr. Morton, let's forget the whole thing. Just give me back my $10,000 now.
What $10,000? How do you think I hired these musicians? Rented the studio, flying disc jockeys in from all over the country.
Mrs. Carmichael, you're the cause of this.
Oh, I was only trying to help somebody.
Help somebody. You probably helped saddle General Custer's horse.
Look, Wayne's just a little nervous now. He'll be all right.
No, I won't.
You see? You see?
Oh, if he doesn't sing tonight, I'll be ruined.
You'll be ruined. I'm the one who's losing 10 big ones.
Mr. Mooney, wait a minute. Oh, dear. Wayne, now look. It's still 2 hours before the disc jockeys get here. If I go out to your farm and I get your boots and your hat, and your blue jeans and your guitar and anything else I could find, would that make you feel more comfortable?
Well, yes, ma'am. That might make me feel better.
Oh, that's the spirit. Now, you keep on rehearsing, and I'll be right back.
Oh, ma'am.
Yeah?
Ma'am, don't forget my milk and
No, I won't.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, the gang's all here now.
Wonderful.
There's your milking stool.
Thank you, ma'am.
And here's your guitar.
Thank you.
Now, you just sing out, boy.
Okay, I'll try. Here we go. Now you're nobody till somebody loves you. You're nobody till somebody cares. Now you may be king, or you may possess the world and its gold. That gold won't bring you any happiness when you're growing old. The world, don't you know, it's a saying, hey, you're never gonna change it, no matter how hard you try. As long as the stars shine up above, you're nobody to some.